What if I told you that a skyscraper never hit by a plane collapsed in freefall? Was it just fire? Or was something more sinister hidden beneath the rubble of 7 World Trade Center? Let's see if we can connect the dots. Welcome back to Mystery Unveiled. With the anniversary of 9/11 approaching, it felt right to cover the enigma surrounding the collapse of 7 World Trade Center, a building that wasn't hit by a plane but still came down on that tragic day. This is one of the most debated aspects of the 9/11 attacks, and we're going to examine the evidence, theories, and ask tough questions that mainstream sources often avoid. 7 World Trade Center wasn't just any building. Standing 47 stories high, it was part of the larger World Trade Center complex in Lower Manhattan. But unlike the Twin Towers, 7 World Trade Center wasn't struck by an airplane on that fateful day. Instead, it housed the offices of several government agencies, including the SEC, IRS, and even the CIA, immediately raising red flags for those who questioned the official narrative. On September the 11th, 2001, after the North and South Towers collapsed, 7 World Trade Center followed. The official explanation? Fires caused by debris from the North Tower weakened its structure. But this explanation didn't sit well with many experts. After all, no steel-frame skyscraper had ever collapsed due to fire alone. This building went down in what looked like a controlled demolition, symmetrical, precise, and eerily fast. Was it really just the fires that brought this building down? Or was there something hidden within 7 World Trade Center that had to be erased? Larry Silverstein, the leaseholder of 7 World Trade Center, became a central figure in this mystery. On the day of the collapse, he made a statement that continues to fuel the controversy. Silverstein mentioned that he gave the order to pull the building, an expression many interpreted as demolition jargon, meaning to bring it down deliberately. But why would Silverstein, or anyone in power, want this building to come down? Could it have something to do with the sensitive government offices housed inside? Or perhaps it's something even darker, documents or evidence that needed to disappear. As with all mysteries, we must ask, what was at stake, and who benefited from 7 World Trade Center's collapse? According to the NIST report, debris from the North Tower sparked uncontrolled fires inside 7 World Trade Center. Over time, these fires weakened critical steel beams, leading to the eventual collapse. The fires were fueled by office materials, and as temperatures rose, the structural integrity of the building was compromised. The collapse began when Column 79, a critical support, gave way, causing a cascading failure that brought down the entire building. But here's the problem with that explanation. No other steel-frame skyscraper in history had collapsed due to fire, either before or since. Moreover, the building fell straight down into its own footprint in what seemed to be near free-fall speed. How does fire alone explain such a perfect collapse? To this day, many experts argue that fires alone couldn't have produced such a result. Another theory suggests that 7 World Trade Center was intentionally brought down. Supporters of this theory argue that the collapse looked too precise, too controlled for it to have been caused by random fires. They point to the symmetrical fall, the speed at which it came down, and Silverstein's pull comment. More importantly, there's the issue of who occupied 7 World Trade Center. With government agencies like the CIA and the Secret Service housed there, was there something that needed to be erased from public eye? Those who support the controlled demolition theory suggest that 7 World Trade Center's collapse was an intentional act, designed to remove evidence of something much larger than the attacks themselves. Both theories present compelling arguments. While the official explanation rests on unprecedented fire behavior, the controlled demolition theory hints at a possible cover-up. Which side holds the truth? Eyewitnesses report hearing explosions before the building came down. These accounts, along with the visual evidence of symmetrical collapse, fuel the demolition theory. Experts from the Architects and Engineers for 9/11 Truth Organization have called for further investigation, arguing that the building's collapse could not have been caused solely by fire. In recent years, more experts have begun questioning the NIST report, particularly after the release of newer computer models and structural analyses. In 2020, a team of engineers at the University of Alaska Fairbanks conducted an independent study that directly challenged the official narrative. Their findings suggest that the fires were not enough to cause the building's collapse. According to their simulations, the building's failure could only be explained by a near simultaneous failure of all supporting columns, a scenario that aligns more closely with a controlled demolition than a fire-induced collapse. This study has reignited discussions about 7 World Trade Center and brought the collapse back into the spotlight. It has also given more weight to the argument that something far more nefarious was at play that day. Personally, I believe that there's more to the story of 7 World Trade Center than what we've been told. Why would a building housing critical government agencies collapse without being struck by a plane? I think there's a darker side to this event that we're not seeing. Could this building have held evidence that needed to be destroyed? Maybe. It's hard to ignore how quickly and quietly the investigation was closed. For those of you who want to delve deeper into the events of 9/11 and the mystery surrounding 7 World Trade Center, I highly recommend the book Fall and Rise: The Story of 9/11 by Mitchell Zuckoff. This book offers an in-depth look at the events of that tragic day, focusing on the personal stories and the details often overlooked in mainstream narratives. While it doesn't solely focus on 7 World Trade Center, it does provide a comprehensive understanding of 9/11, which can help you form your own opinions about what really happened that day. I've included a link in the description where you can grab your copy today. By using this link, you'll also be supporting the channel. Thanks. So go ahead and click the link and get your copy, and let me know what you think in the comments below. The collapse of 7 World Trade Center remains one of the most perplexing aspects of the 9/11 attacks. Whether you believe it was a result of fire, as the official report suggests, or something more sinister, the evidence leaves plenty of room for debate. We've explored the official narrative, compared it to alternative theories, and brought in expert opinions that challenge the mainstream story. In the end, 7 World Trade Center's collapse raises more questions than answers. Why did the building fall so symmetrically? Why was there so little investigation afterward? Could the building's tenants, including the CIA and the SEC, hold clues to why it had come down? The truth may still be out there, waiting for us to uncover it. So what do you think happened to 7 World Trade Center? Was it just a tragic result of the chaos of that day? Or is there more to the story? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to share this video with your friends. And if you enjoyed today's deep dive, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and be sure to hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more content like this. Your support helps keep this channel running and brings more mysteries to light. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.